DreAllDay.com.
DreAllDay.com. Let's talk about expansion. Most of the time when I talk to any kind of professional, it doesn't matter what they do, whether it's an athlete trying to make it professionally, hopefully get into the professional level, or it's an employed professional who is just looking to advance and move further in their career, or as an entrepreneur who wants to build their business and do more business, have more clients, more customers, make more money. Every person who I talk to is always looking to expand. They want to expand. Let's say that. They have a goal of expansion and growth and getting better, doing more, doing better. If you want to expand, then that means you have to expand. All right? You can't expand by doing, in other words, you can't expand by doing the same stuff that you're already doing. And one of the most interesting things that I noticed with a lot of professionals, especially entrepreneurs and people who are in a position where in order to go any further, they're going to have to do some different things, is that a lot of people say that they want to expand, yet they want to expand by continuing to stay in their comfort zone and continuing to do the same things that they've done up to this point. So whatever you've done up to this point, I mean, these kind of harken on the cliches that all of you have heard before, and many people can repeat these cliches, yet people's actions do not reflect their understanding of these things. So people say, hey, if you got to step out of your comfort zone if you want to do more and do better in life, right? Anybody can tell you that, right? Almost all of you have heard that before. Yet, here's my question to you. What have you done in the last year to step out of your comfort zone? If you know that all the top level players in whatever space that you're in are doing these 3 to 5 things, here's my question. When's the last time you did one of those 3 to 5 things? Which usually are things that are going to stretch you and cause you to, what does stretching mean? To expand, right? You're expanding yourself in some way. When's the last time you did one of those 3 to 5 things that would allow you to kind of get into the same lane as what all these other high-level players are doing? If you know that all the top-level players in your space have a trainer or a coach, or they all go to events, or they all invest money into whatever thing that's helping them play at the level that they're playing at, when's the last time you did it? But you can repeat the cliche that you got to step out of your comfort zone. You got to do something different. Most people, again, almost everybody understands this whole concept of the comfort zone, and they can tell you all the stuff about the comfort zone, but are you actually doing it? What have you done that has pushed you out of your comfort zone this year? That's a really good question. The answer for most people is nothing. And listen, I talk to people every day, whether it's by a live conversation in person, whether I'm talking to people on Zoom, whether they're texting me, comments, DMs, emails. I talk to people every day. And often, people who say that they want to go to whatever level, they want to get better, go further, go harder, do more, etc., they're not doing any of the things that will allow them to do it. They're doing the same stuff that they've always done and hoping that continuing to do the same stuff is going to produce a different result. Now, here's another cliche that we all know, right? The definition of insanity is doing the same things and expecting a different result. This is how many people go through their entire lives. This is not a small short-term thing. This is a long-term thing of how many people live, is that they say they want to do this and that, but then they spend their whole lives just doing the same stuff and then saying, well, I even sent the text message out to my text community maybe a few weeks ago from when I'm recording this, and I said, what are you going to do next year to move yourself further, go to a higher level than a level that you're at right now? And most of the answers that I got disappointed me, because for the most part people were just saying, well, you know what, Dre, I'm gonna just keep doing the same stuff that I'm already doing. Whatever I'm already doing, I'm gonna just keep doing that. I'm gonna keep listening to podcasts, and I'm gonna keep watching YouTube videos. And I'm like, and I would even say, I said back to a few of them, listen, you already watching podcasts, listening to YouTube videos, and this is the level that you're at. If you want to get to a higher level than this, then watching podcasts and listening to podcasts and watching YouTube videos ain't gonna do it. You want to do something more than that. And for the most part, people didn't really have anything else to say to that, because the reason is, in order for them to, the other things that they're going to have to do, it's going to require them to do something that they're uncomfortable with. See, it's comfortable to watch YouTube and listen to podcasts. So who can't do that? Now, that's easy. And the easy stuff, the stuff that anybody can do kind of and just stay in their comfort zone, they don't have to stress themselves. You don't have to do anything that is, you know, really uncomfortable for you. It's going to push you outside of your normal, it's going to push you outside of your normal range of activity. Most people could do that, but the stuff that's going to push you outside of it, most people aren't willing to do those things, because most of the time those require investments that people are simply not willing to make, usually the investment of money. And the reason why money comes into play is because people have more of an emotional connection to money than they have to anything else. There are 5 ways to invest in yourself in life. It's time, money, attention, energy, somebody go. Time, money, attention, energy, and focus. Most people make the very poor money mindset mistake of being very frivolous with your time, but cheap with your money, when you actually need to be the opposite. You need to be, I'm not saying be frivolous with your money, but you should use your money in order to buy yourself time, because anytime you use money to invest in yourself, when it comes to your business and your growth and your knowledge and, you know, intelligence and strategies and systems and things like that, what you're doing is shortening your learning curve. That's what happens when you invest money. So when you sign up for a course, for example, the information that you get from the course and the strategies and the insights that you learn from the course are going to help you achieve an outcome faster than what you would have achieved it had you just did everything by yourself. So what you did was use your money, the money you paid for the course, to achieve an outcome faster. So you bought time. You get what I'm saying? The challenge for many people is because they're so emotionally attached to every dollar that they have, that they're unwilling to part with money even when they ain't got that much of it, in order to buy themselves time. They say, well, I'll just put more time in. And how many of you have ever said this? All right, I'm not getting the outcomes that I want, so I know what I got to do. All I got to do is just put more time in. Let me just keep believing in myself and keep working on myself and keep doing this and that. And as long as I keep putting more time in, eventually things are going to work out. All right, that's an inaccurate formula, folks. All right, that's a formula for failure, is what it is. It's a formula for failure, because what you're saying is you're just going to put in infinite amounts of time until you get to the outcome that you want to get to. The problem is you don't have infinite time. All right, eventually your time's going to run out. You can replenish money much more easily than you can replenish time. Time can't be replenished. As soon as you use a minute, that minute's gone. You will never ever get that minute ever again. This day that you're watching this, you will never have this day ever again in life. Money, you can spend every dollar that you have and make money back. Time, you can't do that with. This is why when you value your money more than you value your time, in other words, you will hold on to $1 just so, and then say, well, I'm just going to use time to try to get to my outcome. You're using an inaccurate formula, and this is why many people never get to the success they want to get to in life. Not because you're completely incapable, but because you run out of time. The time it would take you to figure it out on your own might take a year or two, whereas had you invested money in yourself, you would achieve the outcome in a month or two. And people who achieve at high levels, it's not that they're necessarily smarter or harder working than anybody else. Usually that's not the case. It's simply because they get to their outcomes faster. The reason they get to their outcomes faster is because they're operating by a different equation. They use money to buy time, whereas everybody else uses time to buy money. So the question is, what are you doing? The whole point here is we're talking about expanding. If you want to expand your reach, and you want to expand your outcomes and expand your success in life, you have to expand your inputs. If you want your outputs to expand, your inputs have to expand. So what are you doing to expand your inputs? What are you doing that's pushing you out of your comfort zone? That's the question. If you can't answer the question, this is the reason why you are still in the same spot now that you were in 2 years ago, and you're in the same spot now that you're going to be 2 years from now, because you are, again, saying all the right things, but you're not doing anything that you're talking about. And this is where many people really need to have that come to Jesus moment with yourself, first of all. And until you start making some different decisions, you're going to keep getting the same outcomes. So where are you pushing yourself outside of what you're used to doing? Again, this is what expansion means. So if you want to expand, you got to expand. That's the whole point. So with that said, text me to get my daily motivation free to your phone every day. My number is 305-384-6894. Secondly, My next event, Work on Your Game Live, is happening in Miami, February 3rd and 4th here in Miami. You get your ticket by going to workonyourgame.live. The last day to get tickets is January the 16th is the last day to get tickets to that event. Again, two full days event with me here in Miami. And third, your next step in your whole journey of the Work on Your Game world is at Work on Your Game University. You get there by going to workonyourgameuniversity.com. Links to everything I just said are down below in the description. Again, that's workonyourgameuniversity.com. You get access to all my courses, all my trainings. If you want to step outside of your comfort zone, expand yourself, you got to do something different. Not just say all the right stuff, but actually do something. Work on your game. Dre all day.